Let's step into 1930s Japan, a society shimmering with unrest, where two forces would soon fuse to reshape the nation's fate: nationalism and militarism. After World War I, Japan felt shortchanged by the post-war global order. It resented being sidelined by Western powers. In territorial negotiations and at home, the Great Depression worsened poverty and instability.
Hi guys, I think this problem should be solved.
Sorry, Japan, we are having a discussion. Please be quiet.
Into this atmosphere stepped Japan's military, or the Imperial Army. For decades, the military had craved more power, and now it seized the moment. It framed itself as the guardian of the nation, promising to protect Japan from the Western bullying, to unify East Asia under Japanese leadership, and to restore the emperor's prestige. By 1931, the fusion of nationalism and militarism spilled into action. The military staged the Mukden incident to occupy Manchuria, framing it as a defensive act to protect Japanese interests and civilize the region. Back home, public cheered, nationalist pride swelled, and the military's influence grew. The League of Nations failed to stop Japan from invading Manchuria.
Do not invade Manchuria, Japan.
I need all the natural resources from Manchuria, and I need to reduce my dependence on foreign imports. I hope to turn Manchuria into a settlement for the surplus population.
This decision is made by everyone together within the League. You cannot disobey, or else you will not longer be a member of the League.
All right then.
From Japan's perspective, a narrative of World War II and Second Sino-Japanese War is nothing but a distortion of history, designed to justify its aggressive act. The real driving force behind the action was militarist expansionism and the demand of resource plunder. To cover up its aggression, Japan made up three false excuses. First, the Lebensraum, claiming it was an island nation with scarce resources and expansion was for survival. Second, the Greater East Asia co-prosperity sphere, framing invasions as liberating East Asia, form Western colonial rule. Third, fabricating a China threat, labeling China anti-Japanese efforts and national reunification as undermining stability to launch full-scale war. Hi Japan, why are you trying to invade China?
I am a small country that depends on other countries for natural resources. It's impossible for me and my citizens to live on an island like this. I am just trying to keep my citizens alive. Also, China's anti-Japan is very strong. I am the one that needs protection. And I will still be peaceful and keep a nice relationship.
Okay, we will keep a good relationship.
Thank you for both of the country. Now let's end this conversation. Why did Japan launch the surprise attack on Pearl Harbor? A narrative has been long a cover-up. Let's uncover the lies and face the truth. First, false claim. It blamed Western economic sanction. It said that U.S. cut off oil and steel exports, creating a survival crisis that left with no choice but to fight. But this was just an excuse to justify aggression.
You are cutting down all my oil and steel exports.
Your claim of a survival crisis from our oil and steel export cut is a lie. This is just a cover for your aggression.
Lie? Western sanctions choked us. Without those resources, our nation can't survive. We have no choice but to fight.
No choice, you are using hardship as an excuse to divide. Our expansionist ambitions are the real driver, not our response to your violence.
You'll never understand our struggle. This is a fight for survival, not aggression.
The world sees through your false narrative. Aggression dressed up as necessity fools no one.
Second, Japan framed the attack as a self-defense. It lied that the U.S. military presence in the Pacific was a threatening East Asia stability. painting its assault as a preemptive strike. In reality, it was a cowardly act of an unprovoked war.
The U.S. military presence in Pacific is threatening its addressability. Our attack is just a necessary preemptive strike for self-defense.
Self-defense, you are forming a provoked aggression as preemptive. Our forces have to uphold regional peace, not treating anyone.
You ignore the danger we face. This is the only way to protect our interests and East Asia's order.
Cowardly lies. Your unprovoked assault has nothing to do with self-defense. It pure harm marks as justification.
The real causes are undeniable. First, Japan's militarist expansionism. It wanted to conquer the entire Asia-Pacific region, and the U.S. Pacific Fleet stood in its way. Second, a desperate need for resources. The sanctions exposed its reliances on foreign oil and steel, and it sought to seize resources, reach territories by force. Third, its belief that a surprise attack would cripple U.S. military power, letting it run unchecked in Asia.